Hey A-Team, it's Annalisa, and this is the first class of the Power Walking series. We are calling this one Rolling Ridge. So to begin, just add maybe about 1 or 2 miles per hour on your treadmill right now and slowly walk it out. I'm gonna go over a couple things about the format of the class. So just take it to a nice slow walk. And as we're walking it out, you can keep those arms at your side, cores nice and tight, shoulders back. For this class, it's called Rolling Ridge because we have a lot of hills, keeping it at a relatively steady pace all the way throughout. So when I'm referring to your speed, I will be calling out numbers, so miles per hour within a range, and I'll also be calling out an intensity level. When I'm talking about intensity level, that's going to be a scale of 1 to 10, but for this class, we're not going much higher than an intensity level of 5 or 6. So for right now, we're at a level 1. You've got maybe around 2 miles an hour on your treadmill. You could probably do this forever if you're at a 0% incline. Perfect. We're gonna keep it at this, and at this point, keeping those arms at your side, I want you to give me 3 big shoulder rolls to the back, opening up that chest, releasing any tension in that upper body, and then 3 big shoulder rolls forward. Amazing. Go ahead and shake out those arms, shake out those wrists. And let's take that intensity level up to a 2. We're gonna keep that incline at a 0% for the rest of this warm-up, but maybe add a couple points. So I'm looking for perhaps a 2.5 up to a 3. Awesome. So the way this class is going to be set up, we've got quite a few hills today. That incline is not going to exceed a 6%. In terms of that speed, we will be power walking a little bit, but we're gonna keep it at around a 3.0 mile per hour range. So at this point, if you feel like you can add a little bit more to that speed, maybe a 0.5 to where you can still breathe, that intensity level again should be at a level 2, and just continue to walk it out. And so for today's class, we've got 3 blocks of work. The first one's going to be a gradual climb at an intensity level of 3, so a very strong walk. The second block, we've got some rolling hills. So we're gonna be varying that incline and slightly varying that speed to get us to an intensity of closer to 5. And then we're gonna end the class on 1 big hill. Very nice and strong. So all the way throughout, I want you to really, really focus on that walking form, focusing on that posture, keeping those shoulders back. Chest is up, and your chin is nice and high. Amazing. Arms at your side. And just let it be very natural. Checking on that heel strike. You're not walking on those tiptoes. This should feel very, very comfortable. All right. So in about 90 seconds, we are going to start to add some incline and add some intensity to this treadmill. For that intensity, I'm looking for a level 3, and that should be a nice, strong walk. So miles per hour, 3.0 up to a 3.5. And we're gonna add just 1% incline on so you can feel it. If you'd like, go ahead and add that incline up right now to a 1%. Amazing. So this should kind of emulate like you're walking outside. You don't really feel this hill, but you have some traction under your feet. Perfect. And at this point, intensity level should be at a 3. It's a nice steady pace. You can probably walk for hours and hours, hopefully without getting your feet hurt. Perfect. Taking a big deep breath, arms are at your sides. Amazing. So when we are going to start to increase this incline, I want you to really, really focus on engaging that core and maintaining that good posture, maintaining that good form. It might get a little bit more intense here for the next 5 minutes. We will get a recovery time after, but let's get ready to lock this in about 10 seconds. I want you to take it up to an incline of 2%, and we're gonna keep this same pace. Let's get there in 3, 2, and 1. Take it up to a 2% incline. Perfect. So as this incline increases, I want you to focus on, you're not gonna wanna lock those knees. If you need to for a little bit, you can raise those knees up to just engage those hamstrings and those quads and just stretch them out. Amazing. While we're at this relatively steady pace, those arms could be at your sides or almost like you're running. You can bring those elbows up to a slightly 90-degree angle and start to pump those arms. And at any point, if you feel like you're starting to slunch over or hunch over, I want you to just roll it back. Perfect. And we're gonna add 1% to that incline, holding on to this pace. This intensity should feel like a 3 up to a 4, nothing too crazy. So take that incline up 1 more point. We're now at a 3%. Do that right now. Awesome. So, keeping that core engaged. As we're starting to feel this incline, you might want to start to feel like you want to lean over, but don't. Keeping that chest high. Awesome. We've got about 30 seconds right here. In this first block, that incline is going to go up to a 5%, possibly 6% if you've got it. Remember to take big, deep breaths all the way throughout. And really quick check-in on that speed. We should be somewhere around maybe 2.5 up to 3.5. This is comfortable. This is conversational. With that incline, you might start to notice your breathing might get a little bit heavier. But remember, you want to keep this nice and light. If you need to at any time, you can go ahead and drop that speed by maybe 0.1 or 0.2 points. All right, let's take that incline up to a 4% now in 3, 2, and 1. We're up to that 4%. Perfect. You can start to feel this now, and you're charging up that hill. I want you to really lean into it, but without hunching over. So keeping that chest open, but you're slightly leaning forward because you are going up a hill. It would be pretty bad for your back if we were leaning back on this hill. So focusing on that form. In terms of that speed, it's staying the same. So somewhere around maybe 2.5 up to 3.5 intensity level. At this point with that incline, probably feels like it's a little closer to a 4, but again, if you need to, you can go ahead and drop that speed. All right, 1 more change. Let's take it to a 5% in 3, 2, and 1. Take it to that 5%. Awesome. And think long, strong strides here. If you are going a little bit slower, I want you to kind of stretch your legs here just for a moment. Amazing. We've got 1 more change on this incline, taking it up to a 6%. But at this time, if you can, bump up your speed by 0.1 or 0.2, go ahead and do so. We've got 90 seconds left until we get another recovery. So, bump up that speed just a little bit to feel that change. We're gonna do a little bit of challenges today, but I think we take on challenges every day in life, so this is nothing different, right? All right, in about 10 seconds, let's take that incline up to now a 6%. This is the highest incline we're gonna take it to in the rest of this class. So in 3, 2, and 1, go ahead and take that incline up to a 6%. And try to hold on to that speed. If you can, maybe bump it up by 0.1, 0.2. So now we're looking like a little closer to a 3.0 up to a 3.5. And try to hold on to this. I like to put my hands on my hips to make sure that I'm keeping it nice and tall on my posture. That core is nice and tight. At any point, if you feel like you're not engaging that core or if your posture is hunching over, I like to just kind of give a little punch on my abs, flex those abs. And as the incline gets higher, where we're at right now, you can bring those knees up a little bit more. Amazing. All right, we've got a recovery coming up in about 15 seconds. We're gonna take that incline to a 0% and drop that speed back to anywhere between 2.0 to 3.0. Intensity level will go back to 1 or 2. And that's coming up in 3, and 1. Drop that incline first. Perfect. And you can drop that speed. Amazing. So that was interval or block number 1. That one's out of the way. That was our gradual incline. I want you to check in with yourself. How did that feel? In terms of intensity, how was the pace? And with the next 30 seconds, go ahead and grab some water, towel off, shake it out. And coming right up, we've got block number 2 of 3. This next one might be a little bit more challenging. This is where that intensity level is going to get up closer to a 5 out of 10 though, so we've got this. At this time, I want you to go ahead and, at this slower pace, anywhere between a 2.0 to a 3.0, take that incline up to a 4% in 3, 2, and 1. Take it up to a 4% to begin. That speed is still a little bit slower, 2.0 to 3.0. We are here for 1 minute. Amazing. And since we are starting block number 2 right now, can you bring that speed up by 0.5? So now we're at a 2.5 to a 3.5, back to where we started. Awesome. If you feel like it's getting a little bit fast, I want you to try to pump your arms first before we start to drop that speed. In about 20 seconds, we're gonna hold on to this speed and we're taking that incline up to a 5%. Let's get ready. Hand on that dial, coming up. Take it to a 5%. It's only 60 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Take it to a 5%. Awesome. While we're here, can you bump up that speed by 0.2? Go ahead and try that out right now. Amazing. So we should be anywhere between a 2.7 to a 3.7. Nice and strong. Intensity level, it's getting closer to a 4 or a 5. Awesome. We do get a recovery in 90 seconds, but we have one more change. I want you to bring that incline down to a 3% and that speed, let's bump it up by 0.1 or 0.2. That's coming up in 20 seconds. Start to pump those arms. Check in on that posture. And incline's going down, speed is going up just by a little bit. Coming up in 8. Don't drop it just yet. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that incline down to a 3% and add 0.1 or 0.2 to your speed. This is a nice, strong, and solid walk. Solid walk. Intensity level should be still remaining at a 4 or a 5 considering that incline drop. Sound good? We've got about 40 seconds left right here. Amazing. And with the last remaining 30 seconds, can you add maybe 0.1? Perfect. You can pump those arms. Try not to twist your body though. We're staying straight. You're right in the center of that tread. We've got 15 seconds and we're gonna take that speed down and that incline to a 0 for a quick recovery. Amazing. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop that incline to a 0. And you can take that speed down anywhere between a 2 to a 3. Intensity level should be like a 1 or a 2 as you recover. And just shake it out. Amazing. So we are going to hit that sequence 2 more times. And at this time, just to check in on that form, making sure your posture isn't falling over, just open up that chest for a moment. Perfect. All right. In about 20 seconds, we're gonna take that speed back up to where we left off. So possibly 3.0 or higher. And we are going to be starting this time with an incline of 3%, also where we left off. That is coming right up in 5. Start to bring that incline up first before you add that speed in 3, 2, and 1. Take that incline to a 3%. There we go. And bring that speed back. I believe we were last at anywhere between a 2.7 to a 3.7. This is a nice, strong, solid walk. You're not just gallivanting at the park. My mom likes to use the word gallivanting a lot, so this is a very strong gallivant, if you will. It should feel nice and strong. That incline is going up. You can feel it under your feet. And we're not walking on our tiptoes at any point throughout this workout. Perfect. Coming up, we are going to take that incline up by 1%, and let's try to hold on to the speed this time. We're gonna take it up to a 4% in 3, 2, and 1. Take it to that 4%. Awesome. So that heart rate should be going up a little bit. We are walking at a slightly faster pace than where we started in the warm-up, of course. So at this time, try to open up that stride a little bit more. And if you have it in you, we've got about 90 seconds left before our next recovery, so feel free to bump up that speed by 0.1 or 0.2. Thinking long, strong legs. All right, in less than 30 seconds, we have our final change of this interval. We're gonna be taking it up to a 5%, and I want you to do your best to maintain this exact pace. All right, that incline will be going up in about 8 seconds. Do a quick pulse check. Can you add 0.1 or 0.2 to your speed? This intensity should feel like it's a strong 5 at this point. And at this time, take that incline up to a 5%, try to hold that pace. It's only 60 seconds. You can do anything for 60 seconds if you put your mind to it. So let's lock in right here. Focusing on that form, chest is up, chin is up, core is nice and tight. Like we're going up a catwalk. Amazing. And in about 30 seconds, we drop the incline, we drop that speed. Let's get ready for it. Perfect. You should start to be breaking a sweat at this point. We get one more recovery, and then we're gonna hit the sequence again in about 15 seconds. Can you add 0.1 to your speed at this time? If you feel like you're starting to pick it up into a jog, you might need to drop that pace. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1, drop that incline first, take it to a 0%, and you can slow down that speed as we recover for only 60 seconds. So about a 2.0 to a 3.0. Intensity level, 1 to 2. It feels nice, light, and easy. Amazing. All right, we've got one last interval of block number 2. This time, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. I want you to start at a level 5% on that incline. And at that speed, let's take it anywhere between a 2.8 to a 3.8. I know that sounds a little wild, but trust me, that hill is going to be declining. We're gonna try to hang on to that speed for as long as we can. All right, at this time, go ahead and take that incline up to a 5%. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, take it up to a 2.8 or 3.8. Anywhere between that range, it should feel nice and strong. 5% incline. Perfect. Keeping those shoulders back. Core tight, chest is up. Coming right up. As I mentioned, we're gonna be dropping that incline just by 1%. That speed. Do everything in your power to keep it at the same pace, or if you'd like, you can bump it up by 0.1, 0.2. Something strong, something that you can maintain for just a little over 2 minutes before our next recovery. We've got about 20 seconds left right here. All right. And by the way, we're more than halfway through this entire workout. So stay strong, stay walking. And in 8 seconds, drop it down to a 4% incline in 3, 2, and 1. 4% incline, hold this pace. Perfect. As that incline goes down, things are feeling a little bit easier, a little bit lighter. You can gain control of your breathing. And you're here for 40 seconds before we take it down to that level 3 or that 3% incline. Intensity level, I'd probably rate it about 4 to 5 at this point. Amazing. Do a quick pulse check on that speed. Can you add another 0.1? If so, do it right now. We've got less than 90 seconds left in this interval. That incline is going down in about 15 seconds. Rolling those shoulders back real quick. Posture check. And go ahead and drop that incline in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that incline. Can you bump up that speed? We've got 1 more minute right here before that incline goes to 0. I want you to think power walk, slight incline, intensity around a 5. Perfect. And again, if you are pumping those arms, try not to twist that body. You want to protect that lower back, keeping that core tight. Those hips are square. And all we're doing is walking. Awesome. We've got less than 30 seconds left. Try to add 0.1 to that speed. How does that feel? If you feel like you're a little bit winded or you're running out of breath, we've got 15 seconds. Try to hold on until then. Otherwise, that speed dial is just right there. All right. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that incline down first. And now go ahead and drop that speed to a 2.5 to a 3.0. Perfect. So 0% incline, 2.5 to a 3.0 on that speed. You got a little over 90 seconds to recover right here. Coming right up, we are going to move into our final block of work. It's going to be relatively long, about 10 minutes. But here's the catch. We are going to be staying with a 4% incline, and we are going to be rolling that speed just a little bit. So take your time right now, grab some water, towel off, open up that chest, shake out those arms. And if you need to, for this recovery, you can take that speed down even slower to a 2.0, up to a 3.0. Awesome. Coming up, just about 60 seconds, that incline goes up to a 4%. That 4% incline is non-negotiable. We are going to commit to that 4% incline for the next 10 minutes. What's going to happen next is that speed. We're going to be starting at roughly a 3.0 or a little higher. It should feel medium. Intensity level, I would say a 4, closer to a 5. After that, we're gonna bring it up a little bit faster, and then we drop that speed. We're gonna run through that circuit twice, and then we're off to our cool down, and we're done. So at this time, go ahead and take that incline up to a 4% in 15 seconds. I'm looking for about a 3.0 on that speed. Intensity level is going up to a 4, closer to a 5. Let's take that speed up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it up close to a 3.0. This is strong. It's going to be a long walk. It's a long interval. But remember, just pump those arms. It's only gonna help your form. Keep that core nice and tight. Amazing. You're hanging on to this pace for just 2 minutes. It should feel very strong. Keeping those shoulders back, chest open. Act like there's like a string holding your posture up. And of course, because we have this slight incline, well, not so slight, 4%. I want you to just make sure that you're bringing those knees up. Perfect. We're not like dragging our feet up this hill. We're not dragging up this hill whatsoever. We're power walking. All right. So in about 60 seconds, I'm looking for at least 0.2 added to that pace. This should feel strong, a little bit more challenging, and you should be breaking a sweat if you're not already. Hang on to that 4% incline, it's not going anywhere. And roll the shoulders back, core tight, bring those knees up. Also, make sure you're not walking way too close to that tread. Give yourself some room to feel that incline. Perfect. We're gonna be adding onto that speed. If you can right now, give me 0.1. Just get a feel for it. It's like you're dipping your toe in the water before you dive in. And in 10 seconds, or now, add another point. Right now, I'm at about a 3.2. So whatever speed that you landed on, I want you to make sure that you can maintain this for the next 2 minutes. Like I said, that incline is not going away. We're only getting stronger right here. Perfect. And in about 40 seconds, I want to see if you can add just one extra point onto that pace. Let's get there in about 30 seconds. Pumping those arms at this point. Perfect. Make sure you're picking those feet up. Can you add on maybe 0.1 or 0.2? At this point, it should feel challenging. That intensity level should be closer to a 5, or if you feel like you can handle it today, a little higher than a 5 on that intensity. Pick it up right now. You're here for 60 seconds before we drop that speed. Perfect. Core tight, chest open, chin up, pumping those arms. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Awesome. We've got 30 seconds. We're gonna stick with this incline, and we're gonna take it to a recovery walking pace. I'd like you to take it a little bit higher than our normal recovery walk, so closer to a 2.5. And we drop that speed, coming up in 15. Can you add 0.1 to that pace right now? Pumping those arms at this point. Bringing those elbows in. We take it to that recovery walk on this 4% incline in 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Keep that incline on, drop down that speed. We're landing somewhere around a 2.5. You can catch your breath. Incline's not going anywhere. Use this time, shake it out. And we're going to repeat that cycle just one more time, coming up in 30 seconds. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start at that stronger speed, maybe a 3.0 up to a 3.2. It should feel moderate, intensity level 4 to 5. It's strong, you can still maintain it. You might be breaking a sweat. That's coming up in 10 seconds. Let's get there in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it up right now. 3.0 or higher. Incline is staying the same. Like I said, it is a non-negotiable. Amazing. You hold this for just 2 minutes. We're a little under 2 minutes at this point. And then we're gonna take it back up to your fastest walking pace for today. It doesn't have to be the fastest walking pace of your life, but I want this to be the fastest power walk that you've hit in this entire class. Commit to that pace right now. Think of a number, stick with it. And if it feels like you're running out of breath, or if it's getting unbearable, only reduce it by 0.1. All right, let's go ahead and let's take it there. Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So what does that strong power walk look like to you? It doesn't have to be a 4.0 or higher. I want you to feel like you can still maintain this for the next 2 minutes. Perfect. Pumping those arms. Try not to stick those elbows out. Take them in. Chest open, chin up, core is tight. Amazing. We've got 90 seconds left right here. Coming right up. I'm gonna ask, can you add 0.1 to that speed without going completely breathless? Now's the time to challenge yourself. Do it right now. Perfect. Chest open, chin up, core tight. How does that hill feel under those feet? Try not to go on those tippy toes. Try and keep that slight bend in those knees as we're on that incline. Perfect. You got 60 seconds. We're not gonna go straight into that recovery. I'm gonna ask you to dial back that speed to about a 3.0 or higher. Should feel like that strong walk that we started this whole interval with. Awesome. Hang on to it. Take big, deep breaths. You committed to this pace. I want you to stay with it all the way through. There we go. In 20 seconds, we take it down. Get that hand on that dial. Coming up in 10. Take it back to a 3.0. Hang on to that incline. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. 3.0 incline stays at that 4%. Perfect. So we're not at that recovery yet. Big deep breaths right here. It's not too slow. Intensity level, I'd say strong 4. With this incline, it might feel a little bit more challenging, but keep in mind, we've got 90 seconds left on this incline. How's it feeling right now? Good. All right, I'm gonna throw you all a little curveball. For the final 60 seconds of this interval, add 0.2 to your current pace. It's not going to be close to that faster power walk that we just came down from, but something strong. Do that right now. Final 60 seconds starts here. Perfect. And as we're heading close to that cool down, to the bottom of this interval, check in with your form, check in with your posture. We're not giving up just yet. We've made it this far. Amazing. If you need to, pump those arms, roll those shoulders back, core's nice and tight, bringing those feet up. You've got 30 seconds. And just for fun, can you add 0.1? Do that right now. Final stretch. In 15 seconds, we take that incline all the way down to 0, and we get to drop that speed. Are you ready? Don't dial it back yet. We've got 5 seconds. Enjoy every moment, enjoy every second. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that incline down first before you drop that speed. Awesome. And now go ahead and take that speed back to a 2.0 or higher as we start to cool it down. It's a nice, easy, steady walk. And while you're here, keep those legs moving. Like we started, give me 3 big shoulder rolls to the front and 3 big shoulder rolls the opposite way. Shake out those arms, shake out those wrists. And bring that speed back even lower. Intensity level 1, where we began. And take it all the way down. And you can go ahead and power off that tread right here. Grab some water, towel off, and also make sure that you stretch. And congratulations, we did it. That was Rolling Ridge. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Annalisa, and I will catch you next time. Take care.